Hey, it's CDA and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2, where we are currently trying to expand our fleet a little bit while we're waiting for our first colony to be developed. We also want to develop our fleet because apparently we have neighbors, and neighbors do not tend to be friendly unless we talk to them, so we actually might get into a war if we're not careful. Well, we keep stealing all the types of research from our pirate friends. We are now able to access some enhanced missiles, so that should bump the power of our fleet quite by a bit. Let's also get the shock forces enabled, and we probably want to get some better deflectors as well. Anything else? Armor plating? We have armor plating. This is quite expensive for the moment, so let's not do that. This might not be a bad idea either to get some advanced maneuvers going on. And I'm going to prioritize all of that over... We don't necessarily need shipboarding for the moment, I believe. What else? Generally speaking, it doesn't really make sense to go into a lot of directions early on when it comes to your weapons, mainly because the weapons are, well, not balanced in the way that they're all just as good. But they are different in terms. I mean, there's kind of a rock, paper, scissors things going on there in terms of what defenses your enemies are using, things like that. But since we don't know that, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to prioritize one over the other. We do have the enhanced missiles as well as the defense missiles, so that's pretty good, I would say. We also might want to consider hyperdrive technology at some point. That will definitely be helpful to get around a bit faster than we are currently doing. Deep space damage control is actually also going to be interesting. That will help us repair our ships in flight. I'm just going to queue up quite a few things, honestly, just to make sure this is actually helpful as well. And it's partially completed already, so yeah, there's that. Anything else? Not necessarily interested in getting this just yet. This might be worth getting considering we also have it partially completed already. And that's about it for now. I think that's enough queued up for the moment. So yes, let's queue up some ships, shall we? That was not what I wanted to do. I want to build ships. And we do that over here. So there's a lot of ships coming in to retrofit at their spaceport, so let's actually build the ships themselves on our planet. Do we want to build a barracks? We might as well, considering this is our home planet. We have the shock troop research completed now. Let's build a resort base, get some more income. Yeah, why not? And sure, you go find out what's there. Well, that's a space monster there. We already know that. So that might not have been the best idea to send them over there, but we'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right? Right? Let's build some more frigates. Maybe 5 of them. We probably want some fuel ships as well, but it's not the first priority, I believe. We have gotten a surprising low amount of things like ruins and other events popping up, honestly. I was expecting a little bit more than that, considering we actually do have ruins over there. So what are all our exploration ships doing? Well, retrofitting again, obviously. Although a couple of them are actually surveying, well, more than a couple, honestly. They are now Mark 8. Can we see their specifications? I think we should be able to do that, right? We can have them retrofit once again, but that seems like a bit of overkill. Anyway, let's just assume that these things are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we are now getting some more frigates, so that's good. Yep, basic tracking, bombardment, weapons, all sounds very good. Keep stealing everything from the pirates. They don't need it, they don't need it. Where is our colony ship? Let's see how far along that is. It is about halfway to the new system. As I said, these things are extremely slow, sadly. We should probably send a fuel ship after it, because obviously it's not going to be able to reach the system fully fueled. we should have some fuel systems now. So let's see. Set tactics. We don't necessarily want to do anything with that. Can we set it to kind of like go refuel ships and stuff like that? It has a lot of fuel on it already. Where is this ship? So this one has a lot of fuel on it already. It's the colony ship, right? It's actually moving faster, too fast to zoom in. And this is the Gurkey Trailblazer, and it's going to transfer fuel to that. So that's good. Okay, so it is now not on auto anymore. So we do need to actually remember to put it back at some point. But Space Pirates still want to offer us protection money. I don't think we need that. Let's actually check out how we are doing with all of those pirate factions. Known military strength. Well, this is just the ships we've seen. That doesn't really tell us their true strength. They do usually have bases that are much more powerful than anything we can handle for the moment. Not necessarily a problem. Those bases aren't going anywhere. Of course, they're stationary, but still something to take into account. But generally speaking, they're not too happy with us, but we are also destroying their ships, so we shouldn't have too much issues with them. They will keep developing themselves as far as I know, so we do need to keep building our fleets. But to be honest, our fleet is now starting to shape up quite nicely, thanks to the new frigates that we have just built. So speaking of which, how is our frigates coming along? An escort? Did we tell them to build escorts? I don't think we did we? Might have been replacements from current fleets actually, so that's fine. For this reason, it would be good if we had more colonies. Speaking of which, did we find any more colonization places? Nope, we didn't. We do need to watch our success rate. We do not want to lose this ship after it took all that time to get there. But I think we should be fine when it comes to that. Speaking of colony ships, where are you? You are over there. Did you get your fuel yet? No, you didn't. Go after him. You are jumping? Yes. Well, that's not working, is it? Okay, you stop moving for a moment. You stop moving. And then you go and refuel him. Is that working? Yes, that should be working. Now, it's really annoying that you have to do this manually, but I think this should work now. Considering this isn't moving at the moment. This is our little fuel tanker. What's this pop up? Yeah, we are going to colonize you. Don't worry. We will definitely do that. But that won't actually work if we have... Ooh, ale! Yeah, sounds like a good place to build a mining station. No, we still don't need your protection. Don't worry. So we're refueling in the middle of nowhere, so it's pretty good that these ships were able to find each other. I know it's a game, but technically speaking, the vastness of space is pretty vast, you know. It's pretty hard to find others in there. And there we go, and we are actually fueling up really fast. Sounds good. Okay, you automate. And actually, you go and call a nice scroll. Right click. Well, we don't want that. No. Hold on. Don't fly back. Fly in this direction at least if you're going to fly. We have to babysit this one a little bit, I believe. But let's make sure we have this marked for colonization. And oh, it's actually already. Now you're going in that direction. That's a lot faster than going all this way around. That's probably because this thing was in the way and it's probably trying to get to a central system before taking a shortcut. Now I'm really happy that we babysitted. Is that a word? Babysitted? Anyway. Yeah, you're now going there. That reminds me, we should probably take this ship off autopilot again. Or off manual, I should say. You go do your thing once again. That should be fine. Also repairing some stuff. It seems that we're fighting a little bit over control of this system. It's interesting. Oh, and we actually found the base of one of the pirate factions. Over here, I believe. Let's see, let's check it out. It's over here in this corner. Has a strength of almost 1500, and that's just not counting the ships around it. We can't actually click on the ships, we can't see them. But yeah, we are going to need a much bigger fleet than we currently have in order to take that on. What happened to our... well, they might actually have combined, but I think we lost a few ships there somewhere along the way. It's unfortunately unfortunate, but we can build more ships. Where those came from. Speaking of which, let's do that. So let's build some more frigates. We have a lot of money actually. And we can build some more frigates here as well. Did we find any more? No, nothing to colonize just yet. There must be more colonizable planets out there, but we are now relying on our explorers to actually find them. Speaking of which, we can probably build a few more explorers as well, just to speed that up a little more. Let's build an exploration ship here, and let's build one over here. Exploration ship. There we go. We can also build fighters. We actually have fighters already, so we have interceptors and bombers. That's really good. Just in case someone considers to attack us. We don't want that. Yep, we are going to build... oh, this is nice. Emerald crystals. That is weapons. For weapons. And this is for what? Colony development. I am actually... it's actually on the top here and on the bottom here. Okay, anyway, let's build something here. We have also completed medical systems. Thank you, pirates, because I was not researching that at all. And this is some more interesting things that I don't think we have a lot of at this point. And more ships being completed. That's very good indeed. Now get me the destroyers. We do want to kind of beeline for those. Actually, we have not put those to crash research just yet. We have the money now, so let's do that. Where are you? There. Great crash research. That's a huge chunk of money. It's about half our money. But yeah. Good timing as well, because apparently we just encountered the Axiom Empire, and this is a predominantly composed of Hakonish. The Hakonish are naturally hostile towards us. Well, we're building ships, that's probably a good thing then. Initial communications with the Hakonish have gone very poorly. We accidentally insulted the Hakonish, causing great offense. Okay. Research projects are available on our tech tree that can increase our understanding of the Hakonish. We should research these projects to improve relations with them. Or not, we can just kill them. Well, we probably can't, honestly, considering how bad we are at pretty much everything at the moment. But yeah, what can you do, what can you do? Let's pick up the speed again. So far, so good. We can assign a mission to investigate there. Yeah, fleet construction does take a while. And honestly, these frigates are probably not that strong just yet. So let's see, how strong are our individual ships? Oh, this is a very nice place to build something, considering there's 3 resources that they apparently don't have a lot of. Individual ships, that was what I was going to check out. So we have the highest strength ships that we have are our frigates, and they have only a power of 78. So basically 10 frigates would only give us 700 power, which quite frankly is not that much at this point. But then again, it's what we have, and it's what we have to work with, and we should have destroyers coming up in about 3 years from now. Sounds like a long time. Isn't really. Should be fine. Speaking of which, colonies, because I just remembered that we had this pop up with a lot of new stuff, and we have another very suitable planet. So what we also want to do is definitely build another colony ship and start colonizing. What is this called? Ugothir? Sounds like something from Tolkien, but okay. Let's find a place to build this, and this is probably going to be over here. And let's build another colony ship, and let's mark this one for colonization. So that should send the colony ship as soon as it's available to this planet and start colonizing that as well. Now, where is our other colony ship? It's going to colonize our little furry friends. It's actually almost there, so let's pause for a little moment because we are getting so close. I'm actually wondering how our success rate is looking. We can find that under colonies, 100% success, so that should be fine. Let's watch the creation of our first colony. We have once again failing pirates to actually... The pirates are failing to rob us. Very bad pirates. We are slowly approaching the forest moon. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? I'm actually wondering how it looks when it colonizes a planet. Will we actually see it at land, or it's just plop and then it's there? It's so nice that our ships can actually refuel on our friendly planet over here. Secretive enterprise. I almost thought this was like a pirate popping up to interfere with our new colony. Luckily it's not. It's just civilian ships from a independent faction. Our new exploration ships are up and running as well. That's also very nice, so we can start exploring a little quicker than that. And there we go. 20 seconds before we start colonizing our first, well, second planet technically. But yeah. And plop, there we go. We colonized an independent world. Victory is ours. This world is populated by the Atuk and they happily join our empire. Dismiss. So, we now have this new thing over here that is actually costing us a lot of money. Even though to be honest, it does have a fairly decent population, so it's actually rapidly growing as well. And in order to... The Scroll of Generations. Oh yeah, that was the item that they had. It's Colony Happiness. Bonus to the owner, +5 colony happiness. That is very useful. Yeah, don't really care. We also have a new ambassador, so we should definitely make use of that. Yeah, sure, you go investigate that. And we have some more ships. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Well, we want to build some facilities here. We might as well build the armor barracks. Not that we really need it, but just in case we do. We are currently recruiting some more people to defend. That sounds good, but we definitely also want a spaceport over here, so we can just construct stuff a little faster. What's all of this? Oh, that's just freighters coming in. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, that's a second colony up and running. It's not a largest colony at the moment. It's only about 10% of the size of our large one, but we do have the cash to sustain it, so no problem over there. And okay, we are apparently under attack by pirates. Are they both attacking the same one? That should hopefully mean that they're now fighting each other as well. Yeah, they are. So they're shooting backwards. Okay, that's maybe not the most efficient way to fight, you know? Just saying. But, I'm not entirely sure this mining station is going to survive, honestly, but it should there's no way we can get there in time. To be honest, it's not a particularly large fleet or anything like that, but the pirates are just getting a little bit out of control, which is why we're building ships. Now, where are all my ships going? I think my fleets are actually getting themselves into trouble a little bit too much, but that is definitely something we need to sort out. Can we combine these fleets? So, did that power just jump up like crazy, or is that just my imagination? Anyway, works for me. Don't get me wrong. We definitely want to build some more ships. Oh, and we met some more neighbors apparently. Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently our exploration ships are doing their job, but this is a pretty large area of space. And there's an independent colony of Xenoxus. And they... of course, our initial communications with the Xenoxus have been catastrophically bad. Why not? Why would it go well for once? But yes, Xenoxus are apparently naturally hostile towards us. That's interesting. But this is a very small colony. That is something we could consider investing in and probably trying to colonize. Assuming we can, because it is in hostile territory. Nope, we can't. That's probably because it's in hostile territory at the moment. But yeah, nothing we really can do about that. It's not the biggest problem. Honestly, this planet over here, this action planet, is not that big. It only has about 3 billion people on it. Our planet is quite a bit larger than that. And we also have our second planet. Not entirely sure why we should necessarily... Well, actually, yes, we are going to invest a little bit in that. Why? Well, hopefully that means... that's not the one I wanted to negotiate with. This one. Okay, so we do need to improve our relations a little bit. Might have been jumping the gun there a little bit. Okay, let's pause that. We have a lot of pop-ups now. So, because initially when you first meet them, they're like, who are you? We don't know you. We don't trust you. And this does, as you can see, go away over time, but you can't just meet someone and then instantly bribe them. So, kind of forgot about that, but yeah. We also have now... They are displeased with us. Why are you displeased with us? Well, they're limited experience. We respect your good reputation. That's a good thing. We are unhappy with your style of government. Well, and they think we are weird guys, and that's they distrust us because of that. Interesting. We also have now the Xenix domain, and initial communications with them have been extremely successful. Well, thank you for once. We did something right. They regard us with some friendliness, which are still at a -5. But this is basically, we met these guys and we had a very catastrophically bad first experience with them or something like that. At least it was a bad experience to start out with. So we got a huge minus bonus. And here we don't have that because we got off on a better foot. So apparently these guys are actually on the opposite side, which is interesting. We also should probably look at our ambassadors because we have a leader doing its thing. Actually getting some pretty decent bonuses from this guy. But this one is actually not doing anything, and we've already made friends with those. So I'm not really in the mood to start talking to pirates. So you can go and work on the actions, and then this guy can probably talk to those. And then we have this admiral who we can probably assign to a fleet. There we go. General is for ground troops, so we don't really have any of those at the moment, and we don't have any further scientists, so that works. Okay, what else do we have here? We have abandoned ships, all in that system. What's the catch? they are actually building those as well. So which ones do we want? Oh, a battleship sounds like a good idea. This is the Sinister Leader. Is this among your suggestions? No, it's not. But let's find a construction ship. You go construct this one, and we have a cruiser over here. So you go and construct that one. And we have another cruiser over here. I'm really interested in things like frigates. Although... So you guys are already working on these. There's a carrier here as well. You can try and do that. They might beat us to it, but let's find out. Let's find out. So what else? What else? Pirates, being pirates again. Thank you for your gift. Yeah, we spent a lot of money on nothing. Ah, we actually found their map, so that's why we know all their territory. The Xanax are an ancient feline race. With thick golden fur. They're very cautious and would not likely enter into an agreement with others. That's a lot of background. They're also outstanding epic storytellers. That's interesting. They draw upon their vast store of old myth and legend to produce unique, compelling tales. They claim to be guardians of secret knowledge of the galactic history, some of which they reveal in their stories. One of these stories asserts that all the insectoid races once betrayed the rest of the galaxy to an outside invader. However, most other alien races dismiss these conclusions as unproven fairy tales. They have the Megatron. Okay, that sounds interesting. These powerful shields impart potent defense to Xenox starships and bases. Okay. Interesting for sure. So I don't think we're necessarily doing bad. I mean, this looks like a bigger territory than we have, but I think that's mostly because we spread out our territory amongst these little clouds getting in the way. The destroyers are coming along quite nicely. How is our ship construction going? Okay, apparently the fact that we now discovered a couple more places to go leads the civilians to want to build tons and tons more ships. Well, works for me. I mean, they're paying us for it. But while you're doing that, build some more frigates. It's not the best start of our fleet, but hey, it will do. And let's build some fuel tankers while we're at it as well. This is still being built, so that's going to be one of the next few things it's going to be building as well. Colony is being raided, but they're not actually getting anywhere. Okay, an ancient battleship is buried. Well, actually, given the time of this episode, that seems like a pretty good starting point for the next one. So, think about that. What should we do? Should we investigate the ruins? I think you know the answer, so let's find out in the next episode what that will do. Speaking of which, we did want to focus on upgrading our fleet a little bit. I think we have not necessarily made the biggest strides in that just yet. Although, I think we did double the size of our fleet or something like that. But yeah, it will definitely kick up a lot more once we have these destroyers to work on. I actually do hope we can snag some of these ships from this system over here with our construction ships. Actually worried that they might be a little bit too far away to effectively reach, but we'll find out. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next one.